Hi everyone, welcome to GG. I'm in Dubai but fly to Riyadh later on for the second edition of the Saudi Cup, and I was really surprised at some of the prices on offer. There's some quite generous ones out there. I think you'll have to get in early. I'm very keen to take on Charlatan in the big one. Yes, he's a monster. Yes, he's trained by Bob Baffert, but he hasn't achieved nearly what Knicks has. The horse comes here on a win streak. He landed the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, followed that up with the Pegasus win over this trip. You don't think he really wants to go any further, but if he does what his name suggests and just goes, they might not catch him. If, however, he gets into a bit of a speed duel with Charlatan, it could just set it up for Mishrif. The horse is probably better over 1.25 miles, but that was a really good effort from him last year in the Saudi Derby, so we know he handles the track. 7-1 I thought was a nice price about Mishrif, trained of course by the master John Gosden, but make no mistake, Knicks is the class act, and he is my pick in the Saudi Cup. We'll move on and have a look at some of the undercard races, and the Dirt Sprint is a fascinating race, and I cannot have Oxted at 7-1. I think he probably should be 70-1. I really admire Roger Teal. It's a great story and they're very brave trying him on the dirt, but it's completely different to anything he's ever experienced before. The gate speed, the tempo of the race, the kickback, he's never experienced anything like it. I think he's going to find it incredibly tough. Got to go for one with proven dirt form. Matera Sky, it was a heartbreaking defeat for him last year when he was just nabbed by New York Central in the race, and there's no reason why he won't run a good race again. But I think Justin, also from Japan, is an interesting one. He's an up-and-comer. He's won a couple of grade 3s, albeit by narrow margins, but he's one who's just coming through the ranks, maybe can surprise his country-mate there, and I thought he was a slightly better value than Matera Sky. The Derby fascinates me. When I looked earlier on today, the two Godolphin horses were co-favourites, and Soft Whisper is a very smart filly, but she's only been beating fillies by a wide margin. They may not be superstars that she's beating. Rebel's Romance, on the other hand, was really nursed home by William Buick to win the Guineas trial here. That form has been franked. Mahib has won the UAE Guineas. And speaking to both Charlie Appleby and William Buick last night, I got the impression that they just expect this horse to win this and go on to the next step in his career, maybe even a brave tilt at the Kentucky Derby. So the way they expect that horse to improve from that run here in Dubai, Rebel's Romance I thought was a pretty generous price at around about 9-4 if you can still get that. Moving on and looking at the staying race, the Red Sea Turf Handicap, and the class is all about last year's winner here, Call the Wind. He's a super horse on his travels. He's proven to be as good as ever, I think, really now at the age of 7. His last run in the Cadram when he was at 3rd was a very good effort. He goes up against Prince of Arran, who was 3rd in the race last year and would be a popular winner, but for me, just on the class angle, Call the Wind should be able to take this for France. The 13:51 Turf Sprint is a race I love. That's the distance of it, which I think is good fun. And Dark Power won it last year, but there's no doubt that this is a stronger renewal. I've got to go with the proven Group 1 form of Space Blues. Again, speaking to Charlie Appleby last night, he pointed out that this horse has by far the best form in the race. I'm a little bit concerned that on his one run in the Middle East before Maidan last year, he bombed out for no apparent reason, but he seems the more finished article these days, and he's got the draw to suit him. Everything points to Space Blues in that one. The Neom Turf Cup is also a really interesting race, and Tilsit is an up-and-comer. He's very exciting. He won a Group 3 last year at Goodwood, but he's yet to be proven above that grade, and although these races aren't Grade 1s, they will be in time. It's just a matter of them needing to be run for 2 or 3 years. They're Group 1s in all but name, and Channel Maker does have that form. I know Americans on turf outside of America don't have a great record, but 2 of his last 3 victories have been at a Grade 1 level. Last time out, when we saw him at the Breeders' Cup at Turf, he was 3rd behind Tanawa. That is top class form. Maybe he can win this for Bill Mott. It's a great meeting. Do enjoy it and try and get those early prices if you can. Good luck.